Welcome to the 2021 Cadillac Escalade. It's been a while since I've posted, but we've been in lockdown in Lebanon for 2 months actually. It's starting to lift off. It's been quite a mess over here in Lebanon, but anyways, we're finally in the Escalade and we're going to spend some time with it. First impressions, let me just tell you, they're very positive. I love the way the car has matured in design, especially in this sport variant that we have with the mesh grille. And on the inside, it's a completely redesigned interior. I appreciate the fact that they just threw out the previous layout, the old dated layout that we got with the center screen, and they've replaced it with this array of screens, which is really nice. And I like this updated steering wheel that you get, and it smells really nice inside here.
For this new generation, GM is properly giving its three SUVs respective treatments, taking the Escalade in a different direction with in-cabin luxury to justify the higher price tag, rather than having a uniform style across all three. Trim levels have been updated for 2021, starting it off with the luxury at $80,000 from factory. You'll notice the key differentiator to be the front grille, as Cadillac now offers 3 different styles, and our sport model gets a sporty mesh grille and an overall blacked out look. All Escalades come standard with a 6.2-liter V8, which is basically a carryover from before, and makes a healthy 426 PS and 623 Nm of torque, still nicely paired to the 10-speed auto. Cadillac is also proud of its Augmented Reality navigation, which displays overlaid directions, something very similar to what we saw at Mercedes. Super Cruise is Cadillac's Level 2 hands-free driving feature, now available with automated lane changing when using turn signals. If you skip the base luxury trim, you'll find your Escalade nicely equipped with all the nice goodies you'd expect in your luxury SUV, and you can even go a step further and add night vision, air suspension, soft closed doors, rear seat entertainment, and 36 AKG speakers.
Alright, so taking a exterior walk around of the 2021 Cadillac Escalade, the first thing you notice is the sheer size of this thing. I mean, it's really huge. You can see we have the blacked out mesh grille on this sport variant compared to the chevron pattern that we get on the non-sport variant. You can see the daytime running lights right here, which go down to the front bumper. I really like the way this car looks. We have the new updated slim LED headlights on this car, obviously standard, but I mean, they look really good coming on this massive wheels on this massive car. The nice Cadillac emblem illuminated over here on the dash. It's a nice detail. And if we take a look around the back, you can see again against this shiny paint in the showroom that the rear hasn't changed much. It's very familiar to before. We have big light bar and a huge Cadillac emblem, as you can see in the center. You might wonder what the 600 badging over here means. Well, this stands for the torque figures on this car. It's 623 Nm of torque. So for simplicity, they just added 600. And on the turbo diesel model, since it also kicks out 623 Nm of torque, they just added D to represent the 600D diesel models. And over there on the bottom, you can see again an illuminated Cadillac emblem. We just kick over here. This will open up the tailgate.
The automatic tailgate is standard and opens up to a vast amount of space, totaling to a maximum volume of 3,089 liters, which is much bigger than any luxury SUV on the market right now. The Escalade has grown in size and offers 250 mm of additional space for third-row seat passengers. And to adhere to the larger proportions, the emblems were also updated, completing the SUV's more imposing overall impression.
Alright, so key features to mention inside the new Escalade. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. We have huge displays over here. We have 3, one on the left for the trip odometer and the controls for the gauges, and then we have the instrument panel in the center, and then the touchscreen, the infotainment touchscreen, which is curved, and the overall 1 meters of screen is curved towards the driver. Cadillac claims that it's the first OLED screen that's curved around the driver, but we've seen similar stuff in the new Porsche Taycan. Anyways, below the infotainment screen, you have a small display for the climate control, and you have toggle switches to change between the settings. And I really like the animations of the numbers once you change them. You'll notice that you have a conventional gear lever, unlike the Tahoe or the Yukon, which you have buttons over there on the top, which I don't really like. And then behind that, you have physical buttons and 2 knobs for the infotainment screen. Opening this up, a lot of people have been talking about this. This is actually a refrigerator. It can go down to -5 degrees. To store whatever you want over here, 2 USB ports, and the controls for the freezing that you do.
If you're remotely familiar with American vehicles, you'll notice the German influence on the new generations, particularly with the arrangement of controls in the cabin and the replacement of some for a more mainstream interior. The Cadillac's new refreshing looks and more user-friendly interior will definitely appeal to more customers in various markets around the world. Make sure to read my full review article on my website, mastercarsreview.com.